Hello, thanks for joining me on how to sell high-end products, programs, and services. I'm Dallas McMillan. I run a marketing agency called Influential, and I specialize in high-value sales. That's where we use online marketing, lead generation, and sales funnels to sell high-ticket products, programs, and services. Now, the most important thing to understand is when you're selling high ticket, you're selling value. When you're selling low and mid ticket items, often you're focused more on features and benefits and prices, the really day-to-day pedestrian stuff about what you do. But when you're selling high ticket, it's all about the value that clients will get from working with you or the value that customers will get from buying from you. So that value can take multiple forms. It might be a specific result that they get by purchasing your product. In some cases, the value is the status that they have by buying your product. So there's multiple reasons that will motivate them, but you need to understand your clients' drives and needs, fears and frustrations, what's going to make them take action, what value they're looking for. Then you need to clearly communicate that value through the deal. So learn to understand what is the value that your ideal customers or clients see in your product. Then make sure that you're creating and communicating that value throughout the deal and the sales process, as well as in the product itself. So I like to do this with what I call the high value selling proposition. You've probably heard of a selling proposition or a unique value proposition. That's really around how your product delivers value to your customer. Your selling proposition is more around how you communicate that value through the sales process. So within any market, we've got a group of customers who might buy our product. Then our marketing consists of messages that they might respond to that will get them to take action toward buying. And then, of course, we've got the product that will deliver the value when they purchase. But throughout this, when we're selling high ticket, we need to be looking at where the most value can be carved out. So there will always be a group of buyers who will perceive far more value than others. There's certain messages that will add value, add perceived value to the deal. And there's ways of delivering and presenting and packaging the product or program or service to make sure it actually does deliver that value. For example, I could purchase your coaching program and not really feel motivated or hold to account and not do the work required and not get the results. On the other hand, if you knew that was a problem, you could focus on ensuring that there was accountability so that everyone who did the program did all the necessary work. They all got the results. You got tons more value as a result. Now, the program hadn't changed that much, but you identified there was a crucial factor that determined whether they got value or not, and you made sure you addressed that. So selling high value is addressing those things in each stage of your selling process. So if you want to sell high value, you need to attract these high value clients. You need to make an offer to them, present an offer somehow. And typically we'll do this online through something like webinars where we can be presenting an offer to groups of people at once or in an automated way. And then we need to deliver the product and that's actually going to provide the value at the end of the day. Now, one way to look at this, which I find really useful, is to think that the buyers have a high value problem. There's some problem or opportunity that they need your help with or that they feel your product can help them solve or access. But in order to get them to buy, we've got to dangle something they want in front of us. Even if they need to solve the problem, there's got to be some driving want there. So that can be moving away from pain, fear, or frustration, or toward something they desire, or a gain, or increased status. But there's got to be something hot and emotional there that will drive them to take action, rather than just giving them what they need. So people buy an emotion, then they justify with logic. And of course, the product does need to give them what they need, but it needs to fulfill that want as well. If you want more training on how to increase your sales and sell high ticket, then I've got a heap of resources online. You can just Google high ticket sales. You'll find most of these. So high ticket sales funnels for coaches and consultants is the online sales funnels we use to market high ticket products online. Lead generation for professionals is more around the sales psychology and strategy of getting clients onto the phone, of getting appointments. And our 5 projects training is the 5 big marketing projects that you need to focus on to get your business into the multiple 6 figures and 7 figures. So that's your platform, your sales pipeline, your online profile, a sales presentation, and the product. So of course there's a lot more detail on productization there. There's also a workbook you can download and plan your marketing strategy for the year in that training. And if you're at a stage in your business where you know you need to make more high ticket sales and you're ready, willing and able to invest time, energy and money in your business, then I'd like to invite you to apply for a strategy call. So on these calls, we go through your business, where you are now, where you want to be, what you're looking to improve or change. And if it's something I can help you with, then I can show you some of the ways that you can work with me. Now, if you'd like to apply for a strategy call, go to highvaluesales.com/apply. There's no fee. There is no obligation to buy. If there's a fit, then I'll let you know some of the ways we can work together. If not, I'll do my best to point you in the right direction. So I'd love to see some of you on that call. Otherwise, make sure you do get into the 5 projects webinar. That's probably the most valuable time you can spend planning your marketing this year. So again, I'm Dallas McMillan. Thanks for your time and attention, and I'll see you on the strategy call or on the webinar.